Testing, 1, 2, 3. What the heck is all of this stuff flashing on my face? Oh, what the heck is going on with my flashing? What is that? Where'd that come from? All this crazy. What the hell is it? Can we get normalness around here? What's normal? What's going on? How does go normal? Or is that no? Lord, that was kind of spooky. What's Goodington families? Hey, Auntie, you still hate Trump like that or what? Y'all want to have a Corona with me? I miss y'all. So, Auntie, you still never Trumpster? I gotta break this down to y'all because I'm not gonna be deceived, and I'm not gonna let y'all be deceived neither. There's a lot of tricks going on in the world, and tricks are for kids. I'm a grown woman. So, got bars, spit them hard. Beatboxing the whole 9 yards. On top like the real niggas mobs. Break beats on the walls in the cars. For the streets and a whole lot of love. Anyway, back at the ranch. Listen, Trump, this impeachment hearing and this inquiry and all of that, I'm going to calm down and talk about it with y'all. And I would love to have the dialogue because somewhere we got the situation lost thinking that debate is wrong or debate is evil or having differences of opinion somehow is like the end of the world, and it's not. We can discuss things and disagree with each other and agree with each other and then find out how to what's it called when you compromise and then you put a little this side, a little that side, before you know you have bliss. That's what you got to do on the path to what we on the path for again. We supposed to be trying to get some you know, like when it's all perfect in the world, like, you know, blissfulness, like, you know, when you want that path to that and you want to hold freedom for all place and all of that, in the middle of that, there has to be certain compromises. But the problem that I'm having with the do nothing Democrats is that all I'm hearing every day on the news is impeachment. Not only that, they not reporting on nothing else in the world. It's like the world has completely stopped until they can figure out how to get President Trump out the office. The world has stopped completely for the news people and the media. They just don't know what to do with themselves right now. And they don't understand what to do with Facebook. They don't understand what to do with Twitter. They don't know what to do with YouTube. They were so used to having control of the masses. What they're accusing Trump of doing, they have done exactly what they're accusing him of doing. And for years, and before the internet, and R.I.P. Steve Jobs and everybody that was responsible for the internet and the Nigerian doctor and all of that, everybody who had a part in getting it to the level of us being able to communicate with ourselves without the fake news, always trying to put their narrative and hypnotize you by repeating talking points all day and night. And y'all just fall for the shenanigans every time. And I know my people are smarter than that. I just know y'all smarter than that, B. Want to have a Corona with me? I'm going to calm down. Right, Bambi? Even Bambi know they ain't making no sense. Where should we start, y'all? Come on, y'all going to have this dialogue? We could debate it. Where should we even start with this craziness that's going on? It's like, it's really like unbelievable. And Trump is just exposing them. And it's just, I just be looking. If you ever looked at a 24-hour news cycle and just watched they talking points and watch how they try to hypnotize people with their fake news, you would really be like, wow. Like you would really be like, wow. Like this whole impeachment hoax thing. Let me break this down to you. See, they really talking to the people who are not really Americans or not from this country, so they don't really understand our core values, and they really don't understand our government. Most of them don't even know the Pledge of Allegiance. A lot of them don't even know the history of America. They just got here, hop finished yesterday, or overstayed their visa 2 days ago, whatever it was. They know they heard that America was a freedom and justice for all place, and they know that the presidents and everybody told them, come. They're doing the same thing to them that they did to the black people, okay? And it's foul. It really is foul. But the problem comes when nobody gets educated on the American history part, and then they just want to forget about us and don't want to even care about if, like, what the black people went through. And you talk about, do you want to do something just for the black people? And it doesn't work out. They be like, no, we can't do nothing just for the black people. But meanwhile, only the black people had their rights taken away with laws in the Congress against them, anti-literacy laws. They just did that for black people. They didn't do that for other people. And they did that for indigenous and black people. Anti-culture laws, anti-literacy laws. Everybody else came over here was trying for the dream, go to school and everything. They came straight. As soon as we fought to get the schools integrated, they basically made life so difficult for my ancestors that they could only spare a few people for school anyway, because everybody had to work the fields or pay for the schools, because there wasn't no free schools. It took a long time to fight just to get school free up to high school. Okay, they wasn't giving you free high school or nothing. They wasn't trying to give you no education. They was really trying to keep you dumb as hell, and they was going out of the way trying to make you dumb as hell because you was very, very smart and brilliant from the start. Okay, that's how they built the country, being smart and brilliant. And they got so scared of how smart and brilliant black people were that they was like, we have to do something about this for that next generation. We can't allow them to be as smart as this other generation because then it'd be a problem. So they took the daggone laws and they said, next generation, don't teach them nothing. You can't even give them a book. You give them a book, I'll kill you, because them people is just too smart. Okay? But even with their anti-literacy laws and anti-culture laws and everything, the black people still rise for the occasion. Okay? And yeah, we need to brag sometimes, because you know why? Because everybody just try to forget about us, and it ain't right. Now, Trump is trying to help us, and it's pissing these people off, and it's showing me how racist the Democrats are. Okay? Because first of all, black people, y'all gave the Democratic Party their power, okay? Because when the country, this America, they talking about whatever. If you want to just keep it at the last 200 years, because we can go beyond the last 200 years. But if everybody want to stick to the agreements and everybody want to stick to how it went, then we're going to have to stick to the treaties and we're going to stick to where we left off for how we started it off when we made them agreements 200 and whatever, in 1776 or whatever, 8. We was here before that, so whatever. But if you want to start at those agreements, and let America continue to thrive, then you got to stick to those agreements, okay? And then if we trying to be with those agreements and we working our way, building amendments along the way, this and that and that and this, and I looked at the pictures down south of our farms, yo, they did the Mexicans dirty too, B. Now, they done kicked us off the farms. And before all of this internet stuff, we couldn't really see the farms no more because they was over there and they 1,000 acres away. And what was happening on their property, now that it was their property, it was just happening over there. So we really didn't have an inside look at what they was doing to the lands that they stole from us, right? Now, they did the Mexicans dirty too, B. Now, when I look at the farms over there, they got illegal aliens or whoever, not only Mexicans, because Mexicans been going back across the border since the beginning, since whatever. It's like, it was fluid. It wasn't no walls, it was just fluid, and then they picked their side and we picked our side, and everybody stood on their lines, okay? That's the way I'm picturing it, okay? Because we've been here 200-something years, and Mexico been over there in the same existence. After don't forget the Alamos and all that, everybody drew their lines and tried to find some civilization. And the main ones that got stuck and suffered the most was the black ones, including south of the border. All the Afro-Latinos, they could speak fluent Spanish. They could have came from the culture, been over there for 400 years, and they still try to tell them that they from somewhere else, such and such. They not really the Mexicans. They racist against all Afro people on all the lands, okay? Now, we drew our lines. We became the United States, okay? My family everybody went through what they went through. They did the free labor. They having a good time spending that slave labor money. Trust me, they just be in there counting the budget. How we gonna spend this slave trade money, y'all? How we gonna spend this free labor money? Let's spend $1 billion over Ukraine. Let's send another $50 billion to Israel, and let's send some more money to. They want to send money to everybody but the Flint water in Flint, Michigan. They don't want to do nothing for the black people that been through the years and years and years and years of generational segregation and oppression, and then somebody get locked in a goddamn cage for 2 nights, and they be like, it's gonna traumatize them. It's gonna just, oh my God, the border crisis. These people are just in there for 3 days of suffering, of just in there locked up, and it's gonna ruin them forever. But they never look at the black people that been through hell in this country and say, oh man, they must be ruined forever, the way they went through all of that. And then they just keep trying to replace us. Then everybody else trying to pretend like, yo, all we got to do is all stick together and then we're going to be the majority. Majority of who? Too many different thinkings running around with all these different peoples of color, okay? It's not about color. It's about your beliefs, the way you think about rights for other people, the way you respect other people, the way you carry yourself. It's not about color. It's not like you could have the blackest person on earth and they could be like the worst racist, crazy person ever. And they, just because their skin is that color doesn't mean that they're going to be having my best interest in mind. Okay? Now, I'm going to try to calm down one more time because I want to really break down this impeachment hoax thing that's going on. All right. So now that you know that the core values of America is everybody is treated equally. So the white president gets the same rights as the black president had. Okay. And Nancy Pelosi, I think she was still the Speaker of the House when Obama signed that DACA for Dreamers Act. And that was by executive order. Okay. Congress had a vote on it. They did. They went and voted, and Congress said, nah, we're not going to go that route right now. We're not going to do the DREAM Act right now. And Obama was like, kiss my ass. We doing the DREAM Act now. I'm the president. I'll tell y'all what we doing. You don't tell me what we doing. And he went and signed the act and gave, technically, criminals rights. Rights to work and do such and such, such and such. Now, we all down for the DACA, okay? If there's people that revealed themselves, they was here all this time, came out as children, it's not their fault. They have revealed themselves. They trying to go the right route and get in and be a member of the society. They trying to assimilate. Okay, now check this out. We for all of that. But we not for bypassing Congress and just being a king. Okay? They didn't have a problem with Obama being the king when he did that. Even if we all wanted the DACA to go through. You have to be, we all want our reparations to go through too. Ain't nobody signed an executive order. The first black president ain't signed no executive order for that. Okay? And then we just waiting patiently, trying to go about it the right way. Eventually the legislation is going to get in there for a vote and blase. Okay? Now, when Obama signed that executive action, nobody in Congress didn't hold no hearing and say nothing about no abuse of power. They did not say nothing about Congress and three branches of government. They let Obama write that DACA executive order and gave illegal immigrants rights of citizens by the stroke of only Obama's pen. And there was no impeachment hearing. So the white president get the same equal rights as the black president. Right or wrong? Right or wrong? If you didn't have nothing to say when Obama did that, then you can't have nothing to say when Trump, and Trump didn't even do nothing that worse. He just had a phone call with the leader telling him, yo, something sound fishy about what these people over here been doing, yo. Like, you got a prosecutor fired. First of all, if you represent in America, the United States of America, one of our core values is due process. One of the main things in our legal system, when everybody try to be law-abiding and everything, and we trying to follow laws and try to be normal and civilized and this and that, right? The main thing is due process. Everybody's innocent until proven guilty. You don't want some wicked government just communist style just telling you who's guilty and who not by media. Like the media just tell you who's guilty and then they hypnotize you into it so that a lot of the public just eat that shit up and y'all just be over there just agreeing with whatever CNN, NBC, whoever said. Some fake, whatever media. You don't think for yourself. You got to think for yourself because that's how you end up being enslaved, okay? That's how you end up being a slave in the first place. When they tell you how to think and tell you who you are instead of you knowing who you are and knowing what's going on and knowing what's going to benefit you and your people for the long run. Because we always standing up and fighting for somebody. And for some reason, when it gets down time to say something or do something for the black people, everybody is crickets or no answers or call that racist. Oh, you can't just do anything just for black people. Well, guess what? The 14th Amendment was just for black people. Stop applying black people's civil rights that they died and shed blood for, and then you want to apply it to everybody, including LGBTQ, including the goddamn anybody. Somebody just came, jumped in fence yesterday, they get the right to. They ain't have to do a damn thing but make it here. Just land on the land and get all of that benefit for what? And got two countries that they could get benefits from. Because they still be connected to their motherland. And so they be here and they get that. And then what about us? Nobody don't care about us, yo. They just don't care about us. They trying to they put everybody into our voices and they not us. I'm trying to calm down about it because I get really like, oh, it's all right. So let me get back to the hoax. First of all, they in there, right? Let me show you how they do with their words, okay? They've been screaming that word impeachment for years and days and however many months, right? They like to keep repeating that. That's to hypnotize you, to get you running around going, oh, they about to remove you. Sorry, some people be running around actually thinking President Trump about to get removed from office. That's how politically ignorant they are. And they see the news saying that word impeachment, and behind that word impeachment, they don't hear that word inquiry. They just don't hear it. They just hear impeachment. He's getting impeached. And they threw that word inquiry as opposed to investigation, because then when you hear the word investigation, then you know it's just they looking into it. They just investigate. Investigation ain't shit. That's just you trying to find some shit and you ain't got no shit. That investigation means I have nothing on this person, but I want to investigate because I think something might be there. I'm going to find it. That's what inquiry is. Investigate. If you investigate, it means you have nothing, but you're looking for something and hoping that something finds something. So they just grab that damn straws and shit. You know what I'm saying? They grabbing their straws. Let me see if I could do my computer at the same time as my phone, because I heard somebody say something. Okay, so anyway, back at the ranch. So you have to really, 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 really listen to their words, okay? Now, when they going in there doing that testimonies, all the testimonies they doing, because they still haven't gave the whistleblower. Now let's get to this whistleblower thing, because it's supposed to be equal rights for everybody. Now there was whistleblowers on Obama too. Whatever his name was, what was that guy? The one they kicked out, sent to Russia. Damn, what's his name again? Stalin? No, not Stalin. What's his name again? I gotta look that up. The guy, the one, Snowden. They had Obama whistleblower Snowden. Obama was whistleblower Snowden was telling us that the government was spying on us and all kind of crazy shit. Okay, and I didn't even listen to all Snowden's testimonies, but now that they hiding this whistleblower and didn't hide that whistleblower, makes me wonder why. What's the difference in the whistleblower? Didn't Snowden go about it the right way and fill the papers out and try to be a patriot or whatever and say what he knew and he thought he was being patriotic? But he over there in Russia, banished somewhere. And we didn't hear the public hearings on what Snowden had to say. So now we the people feel like we was robbed of the Snowden experience from the whistleblower. You didn't let the people hear what the whistleblower had to say to that degree. It was hidden. It wasn't a big media circus. We didn't hear it every day on the news about the whistleblower's information. Like we're hearing this anonymous whistleblower's information. So if Snowden can't be here and give his testimony without worrying about being prosecuted, then this next whistleblower might as well just join Snowden over there and do his YouTube videos and tell us what happened over there. That's it. Like, I don't understand why the Democrats don't want equal rights like they say. They're not doing our core values. They not. Y'all having a beer with me? Love is love, families. So they're not doing our core values. They definitely not doing our core values when it comes to the people that's up in the Congress. And this is why we have to start thinking about having, whether we have people who were just born here one generation or whatever, or like they anchor baby, whatever, and then next thing you know they're in the Congress, or they just got refuge yesterday and now they up in the Congress. Like, these type of people not really qualified if they have not latched on to our core values. And the proof that they haven't latched on to our core values is all these hearings they got in there with their communist rules, and they going against our core values like freedom of speech. First, they try to impeach the president on his freedom of speech. We don't like his tweet. His tweet was racist. That's your damn opinion. That was his tweet. That's how he felt, and he said what he wanted to say. And you interpret it that way, that's on you. He still got a right to say it. Okay? But you in there going against our core values. So 95 of y'all up in the Congress and the House. That's really got some real un-American ways of thinking. That's why I say it's not about color. You just don't understand freedom yet. And that's what they mean about some people just having assimilated. Because people could do what they want in the privacy of their own homes, okay? And the other thing I got to talk about, what else was I going to talk about? Oh, it was something about besides the impeachment hoax. Oh, let's get back to that. So now President Trump has done all these good things. They never mention it on the news. They don't mention anything else on the news. I could turn on the news right now. I bet you they be talking about impeachment inquiry. Let me see what that for. Hold on. Impeachment inquiry. What they talking about on here? Impeachment inquiry. Oh, Giuliani's Ukraine trip. Now, as much as I think Giuliani is definitely a racist in his own ways, with certain shit he did too with that stop and frisk. They always on that stop and frisk bandwagon, so I be looking at Giuliani kind of like, but at the same time, I understand he's a lawyer, and I understand, you know what I'm saying, certain core values I feel like Giuliani's trying to step up to, as far as how they try to bamboozle the president with that no due process and all this and that, right? But now, why would the news make such a spectacle of that he went back to Ukraine? He's an innocent American citizen. He could travel wherever the hell he want to travel to and talk to who he want to talk to, okay? There's nothing that he did wrong by traveling to Ukraine again and whoever he wants to talk to. He's a lawyer. He doing what he do, okay? Now, they on the news every day saying it's really odd that Giuliani went to Ukraine again. He can go where he want to go. He might go to Iran. Now, who knows where he going? He can go where he want to go. That's supposed to be newsworthy? The other thing I want to say is this whole whistleblower thing, when they start talking about that Trump, you know, putting the whistleblowers situation and stuff, his safety or whatever, it wasn't Trump that did it. Trump was trying to put it in a super duper secret server, and there was just too many leaks. They couldn't even keep the daggone information private because too many leaks was in the White House. Too many spies was in the White House. Okay? So Trump when him and his lawyers that advised him in the White House, when they decided to look into the Burisma or the Biden situation, because the prosecutor did get fired and was not allowed due process. And that does sound a little strange to be representing America like that, because American value is due process. So, and whatever that $1 billion, that aid that was held and the son getting judged, that is a little strange. So he just said to the president, yo, that's a little weird. You think you want to look into that and see, make sure it wasn't nothing like on America's behalf that was a little funny style? He got a right to do that. What's wrong with that? Like, I mean, he been under investigation for 3 damn years. I mean, after 3 years, you ain't pull up nothing up under the rock. Damn. At that point, it's harassment. And then you trying to harass the president of the United States of America. That is a very, very, very hard task. Woo! That has big consequences. But back at the ranch, I'm surprised though nobody want to talk to me. Did I do something wrong with this thing where I can't see that nobody said nothing about the situation? And then when I say I support Trump, they so brainwashed that they think everybody that supports Trump is some sort of racist. Okay? First of all, we can get into the Confederate thing too. Let's go to the Confederate flag situation too. Matter of fact, while we at it. Because I'm going to just relax through it this time. Look, Giuliani will report to Justice Department Congress on his investigations in Ukraine. The news is pumping that up. If they didn't tell us that Giuliani was in Ukraine, we wouldn't even fucking know. Why are they telling us Giuliani's in Ukraine? Is that our business that he in Ukraine? The news is doing that, like I said. The media put Biden's name into this investigation. It seemed like a Jedi mind trick to me, because Trump didn't mention nothing about Biden publicly till the whistleblower did. As soon as the whistleblower heard some whistleblowing information as soon as the House of Representatives heard it, first thing, Nadler or Shifty Schiff, whoever, first thing they did was run to their government CNN and tell them that they got some whistleblower. Why they told them they had a whistleblower? Why didn't they handle it internally with their secret hearings like they did after the whole thing hit the news? See? Because they can't keep a secret. That's why the president tried to put it in the top secret. Because they just can't wait to tell the news something. Like CNN, the government. CNN is not the government. NBC is not the government. Their word is not bond, and it's not the daggone law, okay? We can listen to them, hear what they got to say, analyze the data, but they not God, okay? They not the government, they not God. We the people, the government, okay? Y'all over there with your in Washington, sitting over there in your bubble thinking y'all really doing something. And we the people are the ones that let y'all do that. And then you're out of touch with reality. You're out of touch with the normal people in the daggone world. And you over there spending all that slave labor money and you're passing it out overseas and you're not doing nothing for the land right here. And the Aboriginals issues either, okay? You're not going worrying about the treaties that's not being kept. You're not talking about the indigenous population. You're not talking about the pipelines or any complaints that anybody, or the water's getting polluted. You're not talking about the water being polluted. You're not talking about the hypodermic needles in the street. You're not talking about the people sleeping in the street. You're not talking about how third world America is becoming. But you want to talk about Trump and his phone call Ukraine and how we didn't get him $1 billion. And you think the average American gives a fuck. We want to care, but why we gonna care? Y'all don't care about us. Y'all don't care about us. I can't even fish in the Hudson River no more. When I was a little girl, we used to go fishing in the Hudson River. We used to have fun. And I used to dig up the worms. We used to go dig for worms. And we dig up the worms and we fish. And if we didn't have no pole, we had a stick and some string and we digged up the worms and we fished. Now we can't fish. Why we can't fish? We can't even go outside and just love nature no more. But they running around worrying about Trump's phone call and the $1 billion aid to this place over there. And maybe we would care if they cared about us. They don't care about us though. And we tired of caring about everybody else and they don't care about us. They have no sympathy for the indigenous population that was reclassified. They have no sympathy for the indigenous population that was forced onto reservations, tricked into treaties that they're not even keeping, and then have the threat of an open border so more colonists could come in and really forget about the history. And they trying to erase the history now. And that ban on the Confederate flag is just another attempt to ban Black American history, because that's the only time in recent history that the black man was on the money, and we ain't been on the money since. So we not really falling for y'all shenanigans, okay? It's enough already. And all of this, all of these accusers and long line of liars, and this is the first time I seen they try to put whores up and hoes up as queens somewhere. Be an honest hoe. You was a hoe, you was a hoe. Ain't no need to come back 20, 30 years later talking about the whole shit you was doing and want to get some money for it. Extra money for it. You already got your pay. Shut up. Be an honest hoe if you're going to be a fucking hoe. This make no damn sense. These hoes out here is tripping. Fake ass hoes. I don't know where they get these hoes from, babe. Most of the time, American hoes be honest hoes. Transaction complete. I don't know. I'm not in that world, but at the end of the day, you're going to be a hoe, be an honest hoe. Word up, B. Make no sense around here. Now they bring every slur from fucking centuries ago to go on the daggone accuser's line and make a documentary, and then after the documentary spins and they pump it in the public's ear for about 1 month straight of he's a rapist, he's a rapist, he's a rapist. This guy, the devil, the demon, get him out of here, get him out. He's a killer, he's a rapist, he's a rapist. He raped her. And then be like, what he do, what he do? He touched her arm without her permission. Fuck out of here. Here's a receipt. Here's a receipt where he paid her some money for some sex. She got paid, then she should be an honest hoe. Fuck is wrong with her? Like, B, I don't know what to say. You want sympathy? Cause you took money for sex. And now you want to come back later and act like you was violated? Bitch, you took money for sex. That's it. You did it. Fuck it. Be an honest hoe. Just don't kiss and tell. Or don't be a hoe. Done. Simple. Fuck. Don't make no sense out here, B. They just not following no codes. They just reckless running all up and down. Infiltrators. Violators. Wannabes. Wanna be us. Now, what else we gonna talk about? Okay, so how about I take a break? Then we're gonna do some like typing. Let's see if anybody want to interact about any of these discussions about the fake impeachment hoax. And Donald Trump is going to win this election in 20. I'm almost ready to get the cap. In a minute, I'm about to come back with one of my red hats on in a minute. Because it's taking me a little process because I'm not no fake supportive. I'm going to support you. I'm going to support you because I believe in what you're standing for. And so far, so good, Mr. President Trump. No matter how many times they say the word racist, your policies are not racist and theirs are. And theirs is against the environment. They run around talking about, environment protest, environment. Let me tell you, y'all people that's protesting for the environment, Extinction Rebellions, or whoever y'all is. Let me tell you how the best way that y'all could benefit the environment. Just go live the life of the Amish. The daggone CO2 carbon emissions would drastically drop if all millions of y'all that's running around trying to stop traffic in the street, all of y'all turning y'all clothes that you bought from the mall that was driven by a truck that dropped it off there, and your book bag and your banners that was printed with ink that also came from a goddamn truck somewhere they dropped it off, and your sneakers with the rubber on the soles while you marching up and down the street talking about Extinction Rebellion. Okay, you're oxymoron. Okay, you're oxymoronic. And let me tell y'all what y'all could do for the environment. Everybody in the Extinction Rebellion should go put on a burlap bag and go live like the Amish. Or go live like the Amish, okay? The Amish are living a very nice, pure life of no technology at all. And they live off the land the best they can, horse and buggy. Now, if all of y'all million go do that, that would drastically drop the carbon emission. And those of us who still want technology and want to, of course, protect the environment at the same time and keep our oceans and rivers clean for sure for the environment. Those of us that want to still consciously grow technology-wise and economically-wise and have a good time earning money and coming up with new ideas and challenging ourselves and pushing ourselves to the limit, the next level, being creative. Those of us who want to continue to do that, we can do that. And those of y'all who want to feel like the world about to end in 5 years, then spend your 5 years to help us people that want the technology. Spend the next 5, 10 years, whenever the world gonna end. You go spend yours living like the Amish, and that can help us get a couple of more good years out of it. Then I'll tell you to drastically drop. Million Extinction Rebellion. Throw them over there or some land with the Amish. Let them just sit there with no technology at all. Anyway, love you. I'll call you right back. Oh, look, now I see writing. I ain't seen no writing this whole time. Let me see if somebody said something before. Oh, now I see writing. Oh, I wonder where was that writing before. Okay. Oh, my brother was there. Oh, love is love, Philly. All right, so we could talk about it because y'all the best.